Are you tired of feeling like there's never enough time in the day? Imagine if you could unlock hours of hidden productivity, take control of your schedule, and produce twice as much in half the time. In this video, I'll share with you the time management secrets that top performers use to achieve extraordinary. These strategies are simple yet very effective, and stay until the end because you're about to transform the way you manage your time forever. So let me begin first with the value of time. Why should we all care about time management? Imagine if you had a bank that would credit your account each morning with $58,000 with no balance carried over from day to day. What would you do? You would spend every penny, right? And well, we all have such a bank, and it's called time. Every morning, it credits us with 58,000 seconds, assuming we sleep 8 hours a day. And tonight, it writes off whatever we found to invest wisely. Time waits for no one, so let's make every second count. Let me begin first with my vision of time management. Time management is not about squeezing as many tasks into your day as possible. It's simplifying how you work, prioritizing on what's important for you, getting things done faster, and having more time to spend on what truly matters to you. You know, in the past, I constantly found myself running out of time, being late, failing to complete important things. And despite the hustle, I never felt like I was achieving enough. I came to realize that if I wanted to stop chasing time and start creating something meaningful, I needed to reevaluate my relationship with time. So I took a step back to assess how I was spending my time and committed to learning the best practice for effective time management. And as a result, I am now able to have a full-time job as a management consultant, create YouTube videos, read, meditate, play chess, and work out every day. So let me deep dive into practical techniques to improve time management. So one, you want to prioritize your tasks. The objective of prioritizing tasks is to ensure that we focus our time, energy, and attention in the most important and impactful activities. Use the Eisenhower matrix to decide on how to prioritize your tasks based on how important and how urgent they are. I use the time management matrix, which I learned in the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People from Stephen Covey. This book completely revolutionized my perspective on how to live a meaningful and successful life, and particularly by taking control of my time. The framework proposed categorizes activities in 4 quadrants based on importance and urgency. Quadrant 1 are important and urgent tasks, and the type of activities that you can find here are pressing problems, completing a task for a project with an imminent deadline, for example, getting ready for an exam or anything else like this. You want to do these tasks first and minimize the tasks falling in these categories. Quadrant 2 are important tasks, but not very urgent. They should be at the core of our attention. And these tasks allow us to grow and invest in our future. Could be strategic planning, investing in personal development, learning new skills, reading, for example, exercising, taking time to build meaningful relationships. And these tasks, they need to be scheduled, and time must be freed to execute on them no matter what. We always say, I don't have time for working out, I don't have time for reading, but the reality is that we just don't make time for it. We often make excuses and try to make ourselves feel better by convincing ourselves that we don't have time for these important tasks. Quadrant 3 are urgent tasks but not important, like most emails or phone calls, meetings, interruptions from colleagues with ad hoc requests, and last-minute requests in general. So these tasks, they should be delegated as much as possible to free up time for important tasks. And learn to say no when people try to put those tasks in your plate. Quadrant 4 are not urgent and not important tasks, like mindlessly scrolling through social media, procrastinating with busy work, or doing too much of low-impact tasks, watching TV, all those tasks. You want to eliminate these tasks and minimize them as much as possible. They're wasting time and don't produce any significant outcome. When I have Instagram on my phone, I tend to open and scroll instead of doing important tasks. And so this is very frustrating because at the end of the day, I know that I lost precious time by doing that. So my solution is extremely simple. Delete the app during the week and only install it during the weekend. In a recent video on how to master discipline, I explain how to build good habits and get rid of bad ones. You should check it out if you want to know more about it. Then you want to do the hardest task first. Begin your day by tackling the most difficult tasks first, saving the easier ones for later. We all start our day with a high level of energy, which naturally depletes as time goes on. And I found that my tendency to procrastinate increases when I'm tired, which is why it's so important to handle the harder task early on while our energy is still high. By the end of the day, we are more likely to complete tasks that require less effort. So if I leave the difficult tasks for the end of the day, I often don't get to them because I'm either too tired or more likely to put them off. Then you want to batch your tasks. The goal here is to consolidate similar tasks and execute on them sequentially. Transitioning between different tasks necessitates a mental shift to adapt to a new activity, which can be time consuming. And by grouping these tasks, you can make better use of your time and energy in general. So take handling emails as an example. It's far more efficient to dedicate a block of time to manage all your emails at once rather than intermittently responding to one, then switching to a different task, and then returning to your inbox. This approach minimizes the time lost in switching contexts and keeps you focused and productive. Then there is the Pomodoro Technique. So our ability to maintain peak concentration is scientifically proven to last for only 30 minutes. Beyond this window, our focus decreases significantly. To face this challenge, a methodical approach involves engaging in the task for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. This cycle must be repeated 4 times, and after completing 4 cycles, a more substantial break of 30 minutes is needed before starting again your routine. This technique is very beneficial for tasks that demand intense focus, such as learning or completing complex projects. It is the key for sustained attention and preventing burnout. Then you want to use time blocking. This consists in blocking time in your calendar to organize your tasks. This is a good response to the Parkinson law, which states that work expends to fill the time available for its completion. In simpler terms, it means that the amount of time it takes to complete a task is often determined by the time you allocate for it. If you give yourself a longer deadline, the task is likely to take longer to complete, while a shorter deadline may lead to more focused and efficient work. Before starting your day, prioritize your tasks and then put them in your calendar. Next technique is to set up for success. Limit the distractions by turning off the notifications. Find a quiet place and limit interruptions as much as possible. This way, tasks are done way quicker and with higher quality. You can also listen to white noise to boost your concentration. And as a bonus, I would say use productivity tools. I highly recommend to use to-do lists for task management and organizing tasks by urgency and priority, as we saw in the Eisenhower matrix. There's many tools like TickTick or Todoist for task management, Notion for note-taking and productivity, and many others. In conclusion, effective time management involves reviewing our relationship with time by prioritizing tasks, utilizing techniques like the Eisenhower matrix, doing the hardest tasks first, batching similar activities, employing the Pomodoro technique, and using time blocking. Time management is about making intentional choices that align with your goals and values. It's about designing a life that reflects who you are and what you truly want. So what's one change you'll make to manage your time better? Drop a comment below and let's discuss. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay productive and keep managing your time wisely. Take care.